Hello, I'm Deepa Alex. Today, my session will be on OET Speaking. For the examination, a candidate requires to handle 2 role plays, and each role play will have different tasks with key functions. How do you address the role play effectively? That is what we are going to look into. You may have to request information, collect information from the patient. In such cases, the task will begin with verbs as find out, ask. How do you build up the sentence? You could use phrase like, I would like to know whether. Would you mind telling me? Can you please tell me? Do you think it will be possible for you to give me information? All these are the phrases that can help you to begin the sentence to get the information from the patient. You may also have to check or determine a patient's condition. In such situations, the task will begin with verbs as check, determine. How do you build up those sentences? You could begin by saying, I would like to check whether, or can you please tell me about your medication usage? Once you collect information from the patient, you are expected to give back information to the patient, isn't it? How do you do that? The task will begin with verbs as explain, advise, recommend, suggest, outline, discuss. I'm going to give you phrases that will help you to build up the sentence. You could begin by, now that you have told me about your speaking pattern, I would like to explain or I would like to suggest some measures that can help you. You can also begin by saying, now that you have told me about your drinking pattern, I would like to recommend or I would like to outline some measures that can be done. Another challenge is when you deal with difficult patients. You cannot always expect cooperative patients. Sometimes patients may be reluctant. They may not cooperate because they have their own convictions and beliefs. So how do you change a patient's mind? In such cases, the task will begin with verbs as persuade, emphasize, stress, express concern, convince. Here, you need to use strong words to convince the patient. How do you begin? You could begin by saying, I understand it must be difficult for you to change, but I want to stress how important it is. Or you can say, I understand it must be tough for you, but it is critical that you continue your treatment in the hospital. Once you convince the patient, it is also important that you give reassurance to the patient. What do you mean by giving reassurance? It means making the patient feel better, encouraging the patient. And this is something that you have to do in between the role plays. How do you begin? You could begin by saying, I want to reassure you that we are here to support you. Or you could begin by saying, there is absolutely nothing to worry. You are at the right hand and we are here to help you. I hope this small session was useful for you. And remember, when you go for the examination, use all these tips to make an impressive presentation. Thank you.